Good morning and thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today we are going to be going over the KW agent websites. So I just wanted to start off by talking a little about the sites. So our agent websites provided by KW, just in case you were on that legal update call yesterday, the KW websites are ADA compliant. So as long as you are using our free Keller Williams command websites, then your website is ADA compliant. If you're still using a Playster site or something external, I do not know. And you will need to go directly to your website provider to ask about that. And unfortunately, I'm not able to help you get it into compliance if you are using an external website. I just don't have the knowledge to do it. I am guessing it requires something in the code that allows whatever people might be using that are disabled to if they're blinds, to read what's on their website. So anyways, some special technology I don't know about. So again, go to your website provider. If you're on the KW command site, again, those agent sites, totally fine. So these websites, the core competency of them is the ability for your clients to be able to go on there, create an account, and search for homes. That is the core competency of these sites. So you may have looked at your site and thought, oh, this looks kind of, it's just pretty basic. It's got the drop down at the top. I'm going to start sharing my screen actually so we can, you can take a look at it. Okay, so here is my agent website. So you may have looked at this and thought, oh, well, this kind of looks basic. Okay, there's the drop down at the top. Let me log out also, where you can view all of your agent site pages that you use to market yourself, to brand yourself. And then there's this search for homes in the middle of the screen here. And if you scroll down, it just says, interested, let's talk. And then there's this contact form and your branding on the right. The branding information, by the way, this pulls from your marketing profile in command. That's where this information is coming from. So if you want to change this, make sure you go into your marketing profile in the command settings. Another thing is this right here, this text at the top, that pulls from your marketing profile, specifically from the team name field. So I have my team name filled out as Danielle Kyle, real estate agent. And don't forget, based on the legal call yesterday, you're not allowed to say things that make it seem like you are a standalone brokerage. Like you can't say Danielle Kyle real estate. Can't say Danielle Kyle realty. Can't say Danielle Kyle commercial. So I specifically said real estate agent. The logos here on the top left corner also pull from your marketing profile. So a lot of this information you cannot manually, none of this information can you change manually on this page. You also can't move things around. You also can't add things to this home page except a featured property section, which we'll go over. That is just the basic structure of the website. And when I talk about the core competency being that people can search for homes, so there are only so many website pages that you're able to put on your site based on the widgets and based on what Scott Leroy will create for you. Like he will do an estimate your mortgage, so a mortgage calculator page for you. They will also add leave a review and the actual testimonial display page. if you want those pages. You're able to create those yourself, but you can just have Scott Leroy do it for free. That's support@scottleroymarketing.com. So Santa Monica, Oakland, KWSF, KWPE, all of our brokerages, they use Scott Leroy Marketing. You pay for the services at the brokerage level. You're able to go ahead and email them and request, hey, I'd like these pages added to my command website. Here's my login. And they'll get it done for you within 2 business days. So again, we're limited on what we can do there because of the widgets. We only have certain widgets you can use, and then that's kind of it, unless you have an extensive knowledge of code. And, so again, they are basic because you have the ability to send your clients here, have them log in or create their account. So if they don't have an account, have them sign up. And this is mainly, again, for buyers so that they can save their search criteria. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And they can set up saved search alerts. So here I'm going to click saved. And here are my saved searches. So I'm going to click on one of them. Probably there's nothing in this price range at this point in time. Oh, there's one thing. Okay. So here's a saved search I have. Here's a property that's showing up. I can view the property, view the details. I can heart the property to save it for later. This is probably going to go for more than this, but and then when I save a search, so I'm going to click on save search. The system will ask me if I want email notifications, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or at the top is instant. Instant will send me an email within 30 minutes of a new property hitting the market that meets my search criteria. Your clients can set these alerts up themselves, just like I'm doing right now. They can also use that same login to get into your app as well. So if you share your branded app with them, again, you have a unique link. I'll review how you can find that today, your unique app link. You can have them log in with the same username and password on your app and on the desktop version of your website here to search for homes. So another cool thing about this is that you're able to see what your clients are doing on your app or website through command on their contact timeline. I'll go over that too. Does anyone have any questions about the functionality of the site or, this part of it, the search part of it? Okay. And feel free, if you're shy, to just drop your questions in the chat. All right, I'm going to go over to commands now to go over the kind of back end of the website. So we're going to review where you can change your contact information. So that's your marketing profile. That's located in the settings section. So you're going to click your name. You're going to click on settings. Connect settings over here on the left, and then marketing profile. All right, so again, this is where your contact information is pulling from to brand that agent site and your app actually too. You want to make sure that this at the top right, use my information to brand my agent site, that this toggle is turned on. It should be for everybody. Scott Leroy Marketing does fill out your...
I'm sorry, Danielle, did you say turn it off or on?
Turn it on.
Okay.
So you do want to use this information to brand your agent site. And actually, if you don't turn that on, it's probably not going to, your branding's not going to work. Okay, Lillian Chan asked, this is helpful, thank you. I want to add more help for customers on my page. So there is something that you can do, which we're going to get to, You can add a guide for buyers and a guide for sellers that they can only view once they log into your site. So I'm going to show you guys how to fill that out too, since that is a component of the agent site. So anyway, back to this, your marketing profile. Again, if you want to have your headshot on here, if you want to have your company logo on here, this is where you'll need to fill it out. Don't forget to have your DRE license number in here. And then your team name. Again, that team name field feeds to right here, this drop down at the top. So that's where Danielle Kyle, real estate agent at the top here, is pulling from. So if you're an individual agent, you probably want to put something similar to what I did, Danielle Kyle, I'm a real estate agent. If you're on a team, you probably want to put something like Danielle Kyle, Crystal Clear Team, or whatever your team name is, but you probably want to have your name at the top in that team name. Otherwise, it's just going to show up at the bottom. And same with if I log out and go back to the home page. If you're at the top, this is the only place where you see my name above the fold. All right. Make sure everything is filled out here. And then you can save at the bottom. There are some other back-end tools for your agent website located in this consumer section on the left. Again, we call these applets on the left. So we're going to navigate to the consumer applet. It's the very last one at the bottom. And for some reason, if you're not seeing the consumer applet, you might want to zoom out on your screen. If you're a type of person that zooms in so you can see text a little bit larger, like maybe like this, you want to make sure to zoom back out so that you can see that applet at the bottom. So if you do want to see what widgets we have available to create additional pages on your site, you can click this create new page on my agent site and then create page. Here are the default widgets on the right. And then you can drag the widget you would like over and make sure you configure all of your widgets. And you go through, save and apply. And when you're done, you want to save changes. And then after you do that and you're finished with your page, you want to come to Site and App Settings. And agent site pages at the top. So this is your completing publishing your page. So agent site pages, and then here are all my pages listed. I'm actually going to delete one, so you can delete. Click to confirm. And here's how I add that page to my navigation. And then I'm going to find that new page here that I just created. And then continue, and then it'll be added and I can rearrange that drop down menu as it appears. So again, if you want to delete something off your navigation, you're able to do that as well. Landing pages are different. Those are standalone pages. So like if you have a property website, you want to create a property website for a listing you have. That is completely different than agent sites, so we're not going to be going over that today, but that's what those are. So back to agent site pages. If you need to go back and edit a page, let's say you make a change on your marketing profile, and then you want that reflected on your About Me page. You want to come here and you want to make sure to refresh that About Me page because the updates won't happen automatically. So again, if you change something in your marketing profile, it's not going to change on your About Me or bio page. You need to come in here and you need to edit, and refresh that widget. This is company profile, so it's not the right page, but again, you want to refresh that agent profile widget, configure, make sure everything is correct or that the updated info is here, and save and apply. If you notice that you're having a hard time getting the info to update, you can always just delete, if it's something like the About Me page, you can always just delete that page and then recreate it again using the About Me agent profile widget. So I'm not going to be able to fit all of like those processes into this class, and I want to show you the other enhancements to the agent sites. Does anyone have any questions about how these pages function?
Danielle, just to confirm, so if I go in and to the settings and I update my marketing profile, it will not update on my site automatically.
So it will actually update on your home page.
Okay.
So at the bottom here, but not on the, I don't even think I have an About Me page, but the agent profile, your bio page, that would be just about you.
Mm-hmm.
That page will not refresh. You need to refresh it manually.
Okay. Okay. And that's through the consumer.
Yes.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah, we'll go to consumer. You'll come here to your agent site pages, and then you'll find that page here. You'll click the meatball menu, the 3 dots.
Mm-hmm.
You'll edit. And what you probably actually want to do is delete the widget. And then here is that widget. This is
Okay.
it. Probably want to delete it and then re-add it. It says
Okay.
not configured, and then we want to go through, configure it. So you want to make sure the updated info is pulling, and then save and apply.
And then you hit publish page, or is it save and apply?
And it looks like this one didn't actually update. So if this happens to you, then I would just delete the page altogether and then recreate it. Sometimes
Okay.
it gets a little funky. These pages I've created are very old. A lot of them are very old.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so then I would just delete it and then create a new page using that widget. And it's so quick and easy because the widgets, again, they're pulling all your info. You just have to confirm it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then someone's saying that it's happened to them before, not configured. Yeah. So again, if that happens to you, you're gonna have to recreate the page. All right. So the next thing I want to go over is the guides. So I mentioned there's a guide for buyers and a guide for sellers, that once someone creates an account on your website or your app, they'll see those guides. This is what they look like. So there's one for buying and one for selling. People are mainly going to use the buying ones because this website, the search for properties, isn't really, this is the only thing for sellers on there is really the guide. Again, people are only going to see these after they create an account and log in. So here's where you can edit them. Again, we are in the consumer applet, and you're going to click Guide Builder at the top. And here's the one for buying. I'm just going to click on buying, and it's going to open it up. And here is how it actually appears on my site. Start your search, get pre-approved. Now to edit, I'm just going to simply click on that step. And you can change the photo, replace image, card title, card subtitle, and the details. So this is a longer explanation that appears when someone actually clicks into that step. So that's how you can edit each step. You can also delete steps. You can also move things around by dragging with the gray tool on the left. And another cool thing when someone is using your website or app, like a buyer, start your search, check. Get pre-approved, check. And then tour homes, mark step as completed. So you can check off parts of the process that they complete. Okay, and you guys don't have this option for collections. This is coming soon, so I can't go over that with you just yet. All right, so that is guide builders. I'm gonna go now to site and app settings because there are a couple of back-end things there that I want to go over with you. In this general section, here's where you can change, we call it agent site hero text. Type the text that you wish to have appear over your hero image on your agent site. And mine says search for homes. So for me, that appears right here. And that's where it's going to appear for you too. So if you want to change what it says above your search box, you can change that right there. To whatever you want, find your dream home, whatever it may be. I would recommend indicating that the box is some sort of search for homes. An agent site hero image down here, give your agent site a personalized look that reflects your business. You do have the ability to personalize, customize all of the images rotating in the background. So see how mine is kind of shuffling through these photos? So you can put your own photos up here. Now, my only recommendation, again, after the legal call yesterday, was please make sure that you are not using copyrighted images that you might get sued for. You will probably get found out because they can comb the internet for snippets of code in their photos. So there are free websites you can use. Just go ahead and Google free stock photos. Unsplash is a really good one. So you can come here to unsplash.com. And let's see. Sort by, it looks like these ones at the top are not free. So here's one, want to take a look at it, download free, and you can choose the size. Okay, so just want to, because of that legal update, click on to show you guys that you do need to find photos that are for commercial purposes. This is a commercial purpose. You are a business, made to be used freely. Their license reflects that. You can't sell these photos, and you can't compile these photos to replicate this service. So anyways, as long as you're using them just on your site, that should be fine. So you can upload up to 5 photos. Keep in mind that the page is a wider orientation. So you want to also choose photos that also are a wide orientation so that it doesn't zoom in on your photo and then make it all grainy. All right, and then if you scroll down a little bit more, I actually can't figure out where this download app landing page text shows up. So disregard that. So if you have your listings associated with you in the listings applet, you can add a virtual tour to your listing on kw.com or your listing that will show up in searches on your own site, or active tours. So this tool is located here. If your listings aren't associated with you, you can email KW support@kw.com, and have them associate your listing with you. In preferences here, if you click this drop down on the right, if you do or don't want Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered displayed on your website, you can disable them here, because those are displayed in like the information section of a property as resources to people. Display neighborhoods on my agent site. So sometimes when you're searching on the consumer app or website, if you're zooming in or zooming out on a certain area, the neighborhood boundaries will automatically appear. And it can be quite annoying for the user if you're not meaning for those to show up if you're trying to just click on properties. So you can disable those neighborhood boundaries from appearing. I'm going to save changes. All right, so back to the top of this page, there is this toggle again. I'm sorry, I didn't mention this. Use my information to brand my agent site. So make sure that's turned on. It's the same toggle that's located on your marketing profile. So you want it on. It's on right now. It's in green. That's on. So the next option here is URLs. If you're wondering what your unique app URL is or what your website URL is, this is where that info lives. Here is my domain. If you want to change it, you can change it here, only if that name is available. App URL settings. So you actually can't really change this. This is your unique app URL. So when you give this out to people, they download your app, they create an account, the app is branded to you already. They don't have to search for an agent on the app and find you. So you're welcome to, save this. I would add it maybe to the notes section on your phone so that you can easily text this out to people. Those of you who did onboardings with me already know how to share that through the app. Next is featured listings. If you want to have your listings show up on your website, you can name this section My Listings. Or if you don't have any listings, you can just name it Featured or Top Listings. I'm going to delete these out of here. And then you're going to click Select Listings. And if you're not searching for only yours, you can do all. I'm going to search by San Francisco. And let's see. There's some really good ones. Wow, 18,000 listings. Some of these, okay, try. I'm just going to add this one, this first one. And this one, and then done. Okay, so I've got two. And then if I want to save changes, while I'm waiting for these to save, I'm going to go to answers.kw.com to show you guys how these will appear, because it may take a few minutes to show up on my site. All right, so these are going to show up looking like this. So this is how they'll show up on my website. So below the folds, there'll be the featured listing section or whatever I named it with those listings, and that's right above my contact information. On the app, it's going to show up as a collection for featured listings. So that's how that works. Okay, just like there was a problem. Okay, there we go, success. All right, and then theme. This just has KW red theme or dark theme, and really it's just the logo in the top left corner. I really haven't noticed a changeable difference, honestly, between selecting one or the other. So it's kind of insignificant here. And then again, the last option in site and app settings where we are is agent site pages. That's the navigation of your drop down and where you need to go to complete adding that published page to your menu, your drop down menu. Okay, also in the top right corner, learn more with Kelly guides. I'm going to turn this on for agent site, continue. So we've actually already completed these. You may not have done it yourself, but if you didn't do it yourself, Scott Leroy did this for you. So if your setup has been completed by Scott Leroy Marketing, your subdomain has been selected, your style and theme has been selected, and 3 content pages have been created. So if you have never touched this tool before and Scott Leroy Marketing has finished your tech setup, under agent site pages, you should have 3 pages under this. An about me, a company profile or about the company, and a contact me or contact us. So if you have those 3 pages under your agent site pages and you have a subdomain here, Scott Leroy has already done your basic setup for you. That's why I don't go over that during this meeting. I go over all the different settings, all the different things the site can do, and all those kind of extra things like the guide builder and the featured listings and the other settings we went over, like the photos that you can swap out